Hello, and welcome to the Grief Recovery Series of Restorative Stretch. During this series, we will pay particular attention to grief and loss. The funding for this series is from Trumbull Memorial Foundation, and we will explore grief and loss of those who are experiencing cancer, those who have lost those to cancer, and those who support those going through the journey of cancer. However, this series is appropriate for any grief or loss. It will also examine the loss of your loved ones, the loss of relationships, and loss and grief as a whole. So we invite you to settle in, allow your mind, body, and soul to rest, and to stretch through, pass through your grief as you recover and learn to live with your loss. So I invite you to settle into a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Perhaps it's crisscross applesauce, maybe it's your knees straight up or extended. Whatever's good for you, this is your practice. And as you do, I invite you to take a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing what you notice, no desire to change anything, just with the curious awareness of your breath. Noticing the rise and the fall, the up and the down of your natural breath rhythm. Settling in. Perhaps you choose to take a deep breath in through your nose as though you were smelling your favorite fragrance. Exhaling with a long, audible sound like you were blowing out a candle. You can continue to breathe in and out using this method if this feels comfortable for you. Or maybe you feel comfortable breathing, taking a breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Whatever feels comfortable for you, this is your practice. We're just settling into our breath. Noticing the rise and the fall, the up and the down of our natural breath rhythm. And as you do, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. I invite you just to relax into this position, whatever is comfortable for your body. And let's begin with a 3-breath exercise called the let breaths. On the first breath, it's considered the let go breath. This breath, when we begin, we inhale and we exhale, specifically focusing on what we might need to let go. Perhaps it's worry or frustration, or maybe even in this moment it's letting go of that grief that is grabbing a hold of you. On the next breath, it's considered the let be. And this breath is because sometimes it is what it is. There's not anything we can do about it. Loss is loss. We can't change that we've lost. We just have to learn to live with it, and some days it's easier than others. So we let it be. We acknowledge that we have lost. We acknowledge the pain that it has left within us, and we let it be. And the last breath is let come, because it's my belief that it's not possible to do this grief journey on our own, that we need help. Sometimes that's the support of others, sometimes it's support of a professional, sometimes it's leaning into God and asking for His strength and help and courage and love to pass through. So whatever it is that you need to ask to come in that moment, whether it's peace or love or wisdom or strength, when we do the let come breath, I invite you to begin there and invite it to come. You can even use emotions. To let go, you can push away. the let be, you can bring your hands to your side. And the let come, you can bring the motion as though it's coming towards you. So let's begin with our 3-part breath. Inhaling and exhaling, and as we do this first breath is our let go breath. So we inhale and we exhale with the audible sound, letting go of whatever is not serving you in this moment, whatever tension, stress, worry you're experiencing, pain. Breathe it out, letting it go. Taking another breath in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. This is your let be breath. Sometimes it is what it is. Grief is what it is. It's painful. It can be stressful because we're experiencing the hurt of the loss. Acknowledge it and let it be. Repressing it will not make it go away. Just give it space in this moment to be here. I recognize you grieve. I recognize my loss. I recognize my hurt. And let it be. Taking our final breath in through our nose, exhaling through our mouth with an audible sound, and just inviting to come what we need. In this moment, perhaps you need for peace to come. Maybe you need love to come. Rest, understanding, forgiveness, hope. We invite that to come in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Bringing your hands back down to your side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, noticing what you notice, what feels pleasant in your body, what feels neutral, what feels unpleasant. And allowing your mind to focus on what might feel pleasant or less unpleasant, less stressful, neutral. Inhaling and exhaling. For example, my legs feel unpleasant, but my shoulders, they feel rested and pleasant. So as I inhale and exhale, I'm going to focus on the pleasant release I feel within my shoulders. I invite you to find what feels pleasant within you. Breathe in and out. And when you're ready, bring your legs up to you, placing your feet flat on the floor. Pull your knees in, giving yourself a big hug. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's invite this time and this practice to the ones we love. Perhaps if you're doing this practice as a loss of someone who has passed on that you're missing, when you pull yourself in and you hug yourself, you allow space to experience the love that you feel for that person and that they felt for you. If you're experiencing the loss of something, a relationship, a job, any other kind of loss, as you pull yourself in and give yourself a nice big hug, let the love that is within you, that gives you strength, feel you in this moment. Inhale and exhale, and just take a moment to acknowledge whatever it is that you need to focus on, the love of someone, the love of yourself, and say, I love you. Grab yourself deep and tight, inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can leave your legs up, you can place them down, whatever feels good for you. Inhale and exhale, noticing your breath, and just allowing your head to come up and down, a gentle nod. Side to side when you're ready. Inhaling and exhaling. Back to center, and if it feels comfortable for you, you can just make a small neck circle in one direction and in the other direction. Shaking out those shoulders when you're ready. And allow them to begin to roll back, just rolling that grief off of you. The body keeps the score, and oftentimes when we go through a loss, you may feel tension in your neck, you may begin to have headaches, stomach aches. We're just going to roll that off of us, acknowledging our bodies and that our mind, body, and our soul are actively engaged in our grief. When you're ready, roll your shoulders forward the other way, releasing whatever you need. Inhaling and exhaling, taking that right hand, placing it on your left knee, and gently turning to the side. A small twist here in your waist. Twisting out, releasing anything that's stuck there in your side, in your hips, your shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, that left knee, you're going to place your, left arm on your right knee, turning to that side. Inhaling and exhaling, twisting out in that direction. Breathing in and out. Coming back to the center. Rolling, shaking out, letting that go. Bringing that left foot up, hugging it here. Sitting up as straight as you can. Inhaling and exhaling, and then allowing that leg just to fall out to the side. And when you're ready, take those hands down and up, and just reach forward. You don't need to touch your toes or anything, just stretching out the top part of that back, reaching for our peace. Inhale and exhale in this movement. Walking yourself over to the side and just resting towards that knee, bringing your hands down, a little small push here. And look up and rolling down. Coming back to the center, bringing both of those legs out, pointing and flexing those toes. Gently take that right leg up. Give yourself a tight hug here, sitting up straight, allowing that to fall to the side as well. Inhaling and exhaling, taking your hands up. And exhale, rolling down towards that left foot there. Walking your hands over, laying towards that right side, bringing down, rolling up, stretching across our back. Back to the center of both of those legs in front of you, stretching out towards them. Bringing your hands down to your side, just lifting your feet up slightly. And down, and up, and down. Bringing your feet back in. That feels comfortable. I'm going to sit to the side so I don't open my legs so wide to you. And we're going to begin to allow our legs to do like a butterfly. Up and down, slow motions here. Reminding us that we are transforming through this grief process, one day at a time. Our grief is right now possibly like a cocoon, all balled up inside. We give it permission to release and to fly. Please note, we're not saying that it's going to leave. We just want to make space for it so that we can figure out how to integrate this loss into our lives. Coming back with your knees together. Give yourself a hug there again, experiencing the love of the person that you may have lost, the love of yourself, the love of someone who gives you strength and courage. Inviting that in. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting your legs gently fall towards one side and to the other, doing like a windshield wiper, just washing away the sorrow that is trapped within our bodies. Giving it permission to break up. Washing it again, not expecting it to leave totally, just requesting to leave some space, to make space to begin to live with this. Inhale and exhale. I invite you to bring your hands down to your side. Inhale, hands up, palms touch, and your hands in front of prayer hands. And I want to explain these prayer hands. So when we bring our hands together in prayer, is to take a moment to ask for help, right? To ask God for a request. So your thumbs represent those closest to you. Your pointer finger represents those pointing away. Your middle finger represents those making decisions on your behalf, like the government. Your ring finger represents those who may have lost their way in the moment, who need hope and your pinky finger represents yourself. So when we bring our hands to our side, and we inhale, rise up, palms touch, hands to heart center, and we come to prayer hands. We offer a breath prayer, so that's breathing in and exhaling. One single word of what you want for those closest to you, those pointing the way, making decisions on your behalf, those who have lost their hope in even yourself. So as we inhale and exhale today, my breath prayer is peace. I breathe in peace. I breathe out peace. Peace for my family. Peace for my friends and support, my sister group, my husband, those who point me in the right direction, my pastor, my counselor. Inhaling and exhaling peace for those making decisions on my behalf, for the government of this world, that they may have peace as they make decisions that affect the world. Peace for those I know that are struggling right now, that need hope. And peace for myself as I travel through my own journey of grief. I breathe in peace. I breathe out peace. Taking a few more cleansing breath prayers, inhaling what it is that you request and exhaling. Maybe your breath prayer is love. Breathe in love. Exhale love. Maybe it's hope. Inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, bringing your hands to your side, believing that those prayers have been heard. Inhaling and exhaling. Knowing God is near. He hears us when we call. I'm going to ask you to come to your mat, gently on your knees. We're going to do a prayer posture that represents surrendering. Now, as you come to your knees, you can allow your knees to become wide. There are a few choices I'm going to show you. You can allow your knees to become wide and your feet to come together. And you can sit back on the heels of your legs here and extend out. Okay. Or you can bring your knees together if that feels more comfortable and sit back and reach out. This is the surrender place. Okay. And for this, we want to consider what is it that you need to surrender right now. So as you sit back on your legs or on your knees, when you walk your hands comfortable, the first thing we want to do is place our hands down. You can bow your head if it's comfortable. You can bring your head down to the mat and rest your head here. You can keep your head up. Whatever feels comfortable for you, this is your practice. Spread your hands wide. And in your sacred imagination, imagine yourself letting go, surrendering something. Whatever it is that is sort of holding your heart space captive right now. So mine is sorrow when we talk about grief, right? Just the sadness of losing my sister recently within a year to cancer, my sister 7 years before that. There's still sorrow in my heart there. So my hands down represent me surrendering sorrow, understanding that it deserves a place in my heart because of the love that I held, but wanting it not to take over my life. I surrender it and lay it down at the feet of Jesus, knowing He is a healer of my mind, body, and soul. I surrender that to Him, requesting a lifting of my heart. Inhale and exhale, surrendering here whatever it is you need to surrender that is controlling your heart space. Inhale and exhale. You can stay in this position as long as you want, but when it feels comfortable, bring your hands up. Place them palms up. Inhaling and exhaling, receiving that release. Right? When we surrender, it means that we have given over something. And so there should be a lightness that we invite to our heart space as we surrender, a space cleared. Inhale and exhale. Scan your body. Notice what feels pleasant and unpleasant and neutral. Inhaling and exhaling, just breathing into that surrender of letting go. Whenever you're ready, you can come back up into your knees. Inhale and exhale, shake your hands out. I'm going to change the direction of my camera. Be patient with me so that you can catch this sun coming up over the other side. Let's see if we can see that. So let's catch that sunrise right there in our background. I am in Kigali, Rwanda in Africa, and the sun is rising over our balcony, and I just wanted to share that with you. Rwanda is a place that experienced a lot of trauma and grief, yet the hills of Rwanda hold healing of reconciliation and recovery and hope. And so I thought it was significant that I share that with you during this time while we're doing our grief recovery, that you would be able to experience some of the hope, the love, the peace, the passion, the reconciliation that lives within the hills of Rwanda. So I invite you to come back again, seated position, and you're going to extend your legs and you're going to lay back. So I am going to invite you to, when you do this, you can put a pillow underneath here. I'm just going to roll my mat for today to make a little cushion for my head. You want to be able to have sort of like a river flow, that your head's a little higher than your legs. Right? So we're going to lay back on that part. With our head, you can leave your legs bent. You can extend your legs. Whatever feels good for you. Bring that camera down just a little bit. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And in your sacred imagination, imagine that your belly is a balloon. Right? So you're going to fill up the balloon. You're going to breathe in through your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And exhale through your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Breathing in and exhaling. Allowing your belly to rise and fall. Quieting your breath, quieting your mind. Placing your hand on your heart, one on your belly. Do that breath again. And exhale. And when you're ready, if it's comfortable for you, bring both hands to your heart. And as you inhale and exhale, invite the love, the healing love and presence of God to surround you like a blanket as you rest. Even imagining that the pillow beneath your head is His lap. And you're laying in peace in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling the love of the loved one that you've lost, of the one who is going through a tough time right now, of the one who you're walking with through their cancer journey, the heaviness of love, balance with loss. Knowing two things can be true at the same time. You can be experiencing grief and sorrow, and you can invite in love and joy to reign in your heart space as well. One hand representing the love and peace and joy that we want in our heart, and the other hand representing the sorrow and the grief that our loss, the loss of a relationship, the loss of a job, the loss of a person, the loss of a situation. the loss of things as they used to be, has brought into our heart. Inhaling and exhaling, letting that go, letting it be, and letting come what you need. Just taking a moment. Maybe you are a health professional who day after day experiences losses of the people that you serve. Whether it's the loss of their health or their death. If that's you today, take a breath in for yourself, inhaling and exhaling, allowing the love and strength and courage that you have for every day to fill your heart space. Perhaps you're a parent who's lost a child. Breathe in and out, inviting the love that you have for them and they have for you to just feel you in this moment. Surrendering the pain, inviting the hope, healing and health. Just for this moment, just for today. Inhale and exhale. Seeing that sunrise, knowing that the S-O-N is rising today. Invite them to comfort you, hold you, and give you peace. Inhaling and exhaling. You can take as long as you want. You can pause this practice and just lay here, experiencing the peace and hope and love that you need in this moment. It's okay, it's your practice. Whenever you're ready, you can turn onto your side into that fetal position. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling your mat beneath you, holding you, letting it be symbolic of the fact that you are held. You are not alone. You are loved. You are safe in this moment. You are enough. You are making it one day at a time, and that's all we need. Sometimes it's one moment, one breath at a time. Breathe in and out. And whenever you feel comfortable, coming back to a seated position, closing with our final 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting go of whatever is not serving us in this moment. Inhale and exhale. Letting be whatever we need. Inhale and exhale. Letting come what we need to make it. One breath at a time. Again, this practice, this series is for those of us walking with others through the cancer journey, walking through that journey yourself. Those who have lost their loved ones for whatever reason. Those who are experiencing loss. Grief and loss is a part of life. And it hurts and it's painful, but we want to take a moment just to reset our mind, our body, and our soul, and remind yourself that you're here today. You're doing this practice, so you are surviving. We want to get through thriving, and that may take a long time, and it may look different for all of us. But we invite God to join us on our journey, on our healing journey, one breath at a time. Thank you for your time. I don't even think I introduced myself. I'm Dr. Sherry. It is my pleasure to journey with you through your recovery. Be well and take